Thank you, Mr. President. Physicians for Human Rights Israel is a 21-year-old NGO based in Tel-Aviv, Jaffa, Israel. During the past 2 decades, we have brought together hundreds of Israeli and Palestinian, Jewish and Arab medical doctors to provide humanitarian assistance and advocate for human rights, both in Israel and in the occupied Palestinian territory. As such, we have gained a central role in civil society in Israel, as well as among the medical community in Israel and the occupied Palestinian territory. We would like to thank you for this opportunity to share with you our serious concerns over the direction Israel has taken thus far with regard to its accountability for the events in Gaza, and why, as Israelis, we believe it is essential that the Council clearly endorse the recommendations of the Goldstone report. Since the offensive known as Operation Cast Lead, Israel has not only refused to cooperate with the fact-finding mission, but has also insisted that all domestic investigations into the events in Gaza be conducted by the Israeli army. Not surprisingly, the lion's share of these military investigations concluded that there were almost no wrongdoing on part of the army, and that allegations of human rights and law of war violations were false. These conclusions were to be expected, given the flawed structure of the Israeli military investigation, in which the alleged perpetrator investigates itself, and those who perform the investigation are subordinate to those who are suspected of committing crimes. Of course, this is unacceptable. Independent, impartial investigations must take place, and those responsible for any crimes must be prosecuted and tried according to international standards. Israel's continuing refusal to do so calls for an international mechanism to support, monitor, and report on any domestic investigation that may take place. Furthermore, Israel's past record with investigating human rights violations shows that even an independent state commission of inquiry might not succeed in countering the deep culture of impunity which exists in Israel and which protects those who commit crimes against Palestinians. For this reason, there is a clear need to enable an international justice mechanism to intervene if domestic investigations ultimately fail. This is why we strongly support the recommendations put forward by the Goldstone Commission, as they suggest a reasonable, balanced structure of investigation and pave the way for the parties as well as for the international community to take steps towards accountability. We also feel that the risks of avoiding taking these steps are too high, as it may signal to other countries that accountability does not apply to all nations and make it politically easier for those countries to escape justice. Mr. President, Physicians for Human Rights Israel believes that now is the time for Israel to seriously examine its actions in Gaza, and we call upon the Council to adopt the recommendations of the Goldstone report in order to allow this important process to begin. Thank you.